But are you having trouble seeing eye to eye with your friends? Well, blame the mainstream media. Just check this out. According to the Media Research Center, network evening news stories over the last 2 weeks have blamed the GOP 21 times and blamed Democrats none. None of the time. Zero.
You know what? And when you think about it, this just follows a pattern with this administration. You know, the president knew that if he took a particular stand where I'm not going to negotiate with Republicans at all, and then the mainstream media would go ahead and blame the Republicans. They've been doing that. According to the Media Research Center, blamed the Republicans 21 times, blamed both sides 4 times, and blamed the Democrats 0 times. And the reason I mentioned they blamed on the newscasts both 4 times is finally the Daily News is catching up.
Yeah, today we were looking at it right here, and you can see this. They didn't single out the president, of course, because you know he's only in charge, but they do couple him up here as in the Three Stooges.
Right.
We've got Reid, Boehner, and our president.
Well, day one was
sharing blame.
The day one was House of Turds. The next day was look, Boehner, essentially, look what you've done to the government, keeping world war.
What have you done for your nation?
What have you done for your nation? And now you have to wonder what role the media is playing in keeping this going. Because Republicans are saying, hey, we got our side. Democrats are saying we got our side. And they're saying, wow, the media's got our back. There's no pressure on us. And so far, CBS did a poll, and it's a lot closer than I thought. 44% blame Republicans for the impasse, 33% blame the president, but it's trending closer and closer despite the landslide of media bias.
Well, I think part of it is the fact that people are starting to realize that the president keeps saying no, 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 and the Republicans are saying, well, okay, you're saying no, but how about if we do this? How about if we open the parks? How about if we give money to the NIH or the District of Columbia or the vets? And I think people are getting the message. But you know what? You're getting it through Fox, you're getting it through talk radio, you're getting it through the internet. Mainstream media, though, continues to beat the drum. Those darn Republicans, they're doing this.
And the thing that opened the door for that is the seemingly the fracture within the party. They all seem to want Obamacare gone. But the way they went about it had them somewhat separated, whether it was Senator McCain, Senator Graham, Peter King, so-called moderates, saying, I don't agree with what Ted Cruz and others are doing. So that was the opening, I believe, for the media to run with that and say, look, they can't even get along. Their objective is the same. Their strategy is the only thing that's different.
And then others would argue, would we even be talking about this as a nation? Would everyone be talking about in their living rooms if it weren't for Ted Cruz being such a voice out there? And then speaking of the media, many actually say out there that Obamacare is a success. Just look at the dysfunctional website to prove it.
Yeah.
Look, it's crashing. So many people are flooding in.
So you're saying instead of people focusing on the fact that no one can get in and they're frustrated and not getting involved and worried about their personal information leaking, they're saying, look at the interest.
Right. It's a draw.
It's the same thing as what we were talking about with the blame up on Capitol Hill for the shutdown. Blame the Republicans. The Associated Press is spinning it this way. You know, the White House calls them glitches, but they're really gigantic crashes. They say online delays signal strong demand for health care.
You know what that should say? It should actually say corporations, in fear of what's going to happen, they actually are releasing hours of their employees so that they're not full-time, so that they maybe even have to look into this system here because they don't have the option at work.
You saw the second headline that says Obamacare stays swamped, and others essentially spin it positively as if it's a newsletter, not a newspaper.
It's interesting. In Louisiana, Blue Cross Blue Shield got 0 enrollees the first day.
Is that right?
0. They spent $60 million preparing for the rollout. And people wanted information, but they did not sell a single policy day one.
I didn't hear that in the papers today, though.
Yeah, I bet if you're not going to find it in that one.
It's not up there.
Oh, yeah, we said it. That's why you watch.
But we do know Kathy Lee and Hoda start their brilliant column soon.
Well, that's good to know.